welcome to Vegas Live. I'm Ninon. Of course, we truly have
party of
a
six,
crazy,
party of six,
I guess, show
Ron
today.
G,
We've
party
got a
of
lot of
two.
people coming on, but we also have the most incredible radio host. He's very, very well known in Vegas. Everybody loves him. Crazy Jay. Hey, how are you?
I'm good. Good to see you.
This is such an honor to have you. I've known this guy for so long, but at the same time, I haven't ever really had you on the show. And it's absolutely incredible to have you here. It's wonderful.
Well,
So how are you doing?
You're like the Barbara Walters of internet television.
There you go. That's what a lot of people are actually saying. They're saying, you're like the Barbara Walters, the Joan Rivers, and you're sort of, out there and everything, which I am. Now, you're going to have to excuse, there's a lot of noise, there's a lot of music going on, because we're actually down here at the Peppermill. The Peppermill is one of the most famous restaurants, actually, in Las Vegas. It's been here for years. I think everybody has been here, so it's just absolutely amazing. You've obviously been here before.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
I've ended a lot of good nights here.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-oh. See, Crazy Jay had a good night. I'm sure you have a lot of good nights in Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
How long have you actually been in Vegas?
It'll be 15 years in July.
15 years?
Yeah.
And what is the difference you see between 15 years ago and now?
Where do you start? The strip itself has even changed dramatically.
Yeah, everything's changed.
I've seen 8 implosions since I've lived here, so
Really?
that's pretty good.
What's an implosion?
When they blow up the hotel.
Oh, the blowing up I never knew they were implosions. I know that they put the dynamite within and they make the hotels fall within. And that's always fascinated me how they do that.
And that's why it's an implosion.
It's an implosion that goes within, not without. I think a lot of people, when they pull down a hotel at any building, it actually comes in this way, so it doesn't pull down any other building while it's been coming down.
Megan, party of two. Your table's ready. Megan, party
You've
of
been in
two.
the radio business for a long time.
25 years I've been in radio. Rock and comedy show that I do here. It's going to be 12 years old in September.
September, 12 years old. Now, you used to be with a radio station, but I understand you now have your own show, your own radio station.
I started my own podcast with the Rock and Comedy Show and stuck with internet radio since. And just decided to branch out. We started last May. We started, my other buddy that does co-host with me, we started Radio Vegas.rocks.
I wonder, who's your co-host?
Matt Mike.
Matt Mike?
He's the main one, and then I have a few others that come in and fill
So
out.
what made you sort of go into your own, and also what made you go into the internet? Because I love the internet, because that's what this show is, on the internet, so I love it. But
I got tired of radio stations saying no.
they say no to your show?
Yeah, they would say no.
Now, if you've ever had this guy's show, you would never ever say no. I mean, you wouldn't.
Melvin H,
Because
party
it's like
of
you've
two.
got a whole...
And we had the freedom to kind of be what we wanted on the internet. Just...
And that's the idea. But also you've got the younger generation. You've got the younger generation are really into the internet. And this is kind of they don't watch television anymore. It's like
Although you probably shouldn't listen if you're not 18 or older.
18 or that's going to tell me it's a little risque.
It's very adult oriented, yeah.
It is?
Yeah.
Now, why did you go into that? Is something...
It just,
goes for Vegas?
I guess it's more like the influences I had in radio from, I started listening to Dr. Demento, but then of course you branch out and you do Stern and Tom Likas and Bob and Tom and all these guys. And so I think that my show is kind of like, it's kind of like an honor of all of them.
And it's a little edgy.
It can be a little edgy.
It can be edgy.
You got your porn stars, you've got your, it's Vegas, so if you're in the entertainment business, no matter what it is, we're going to put you on the show.
Absolutely. And a lot of these entertainers, these porn stars, and they want to be on the show. They like to talk and see what...
They do, and we have a lot of fun with them, depending. And a lot of them, like Rebecca Love, she does stand-up comedy now. She hasn't been in the adult industry in a while.
Yeah.
So now she's ventured out and she's doing stand-up comedy and stuff. So now you can bring her on and talk to her.
So you can
about
break
that.
out and break into something else. Because that's actually what Vegas is about. Vegas, you really truly can go into something else. You've got a lot of opportunities in Vegas in the entertainment business.
Right, yeah, you can find.
And I think to take the advantage of that, of all these entertainers coming in, and then you give them a break by having them on your show. And they must love that.
Yeah, some of them come back multiple times. They love it. So.
Absolutely. So what is your aim now? Where are you?
Sears, party
You're
of
kind
two.
of
Your table's
climbing.
ready.
You're climbing
Sears,
that
party
lovely
of two.
ladder.
It's some days I'm like, oh, we're gonna hit 1,000 episodes and I'll be done. I don't want to do it. And then there's other days where I'm like, this is the greatest thing on the face of the earth. So
Absolutely. Well, you've always had that sort of inspiration, that encouragement. How would you encourage a younger generation to try to sort of, do more or less the same thing and not get disappointed? Because there's a lot of hurdles you have to go over.
It's funny. I just posted on Facebook today because I have a friend that gave up on her business or whatever because it was too much work, and people didn't, people that she was talking to or whatever didn't want to give her the money to do it. I'm like, well, then go find other people.
Robert B, party of 4, your table's ready. Robert B, party of 4.
I've been doing it for 25 years, and in the last maybe 4 or 5, really just got into really getting out there and doing it.
Go where the money is. Go where they're going to sort of, they are going to
You have to, the people that say no, you have to convince them why.
Why you say no?
Well, why? This is why I need you to give me the money.
Yes. But you're
Prove
also
to-
helping them to advertise their business or do whatever they need to do to get themselves out there. You're not going to sit at home and be seen.
Right. And in a case like us, we'll have a couple restaurants that'll barter maybe for a month. They'll give out like a gift certificate or whatever, and then if they get a big return or somebody coming in saying we heard about it on Rock and Comedy or whatever like that, then they'll go, it is working. We'll go ahead and we'll try this out.
We'll try this, and unless you don't try, if you don't try, you don't know. Believe me, you just don't know at all.
Right.
On that, we're going to take a break. We're going to be right back. We'll be right. Welcome back to Vegas Live. I'm Ninon, and of course we're down at the Peppermill. It's a fabulous restaurant down here, and I've got Crazy Jay with me, and he truly is Crazy Jay. He's absolutely amazing. Even I say his name, he starts laughing. Well, how did you get this name, Crazy Jay? I mean, you're very calm, you're very cool. Are you crazy?
Well, crazy people don't know they're crazy. That's
true.
That's what I've always been told. No, growing up, I was a big fan of the Dr. Demento show.
Yeah.
Listened to it religiously. 14-year-old kid heard a very funny song. It was called She Grabbed My Coconuts.
What was that?
It was called She Grabbed My Coconuts.
She grabbed my coconuts. That sounds definitely Vegas.
So if you think about it, coconuts were definitely something else. But to me, a 14-year-old kid, it was the funniest thing in the world. So
I'm sure.
I requested it week after week after week, and he just wouldn't play it. And finally, I think it was 4 or 5 months later, he finally
played it.
Finally played it and said, "This is going out to Crazy Jay of Anaheim, who would have to be crazy to request it as many times as he had."
And that's how you got the Crazy Jay.
That's how I got the
Brian,
name.
party of 2, your
Decided I was
table's
going to
ready.
do radio
Brian,
for a
party of
living.
2.
Got a huge relationship with Dr. Demento. He told me what classes I should take in college. Got to be on his show multiple times, answering phones.
So he became an entrepreneur.
He was
Or you
definitely-
became an entrepreneur, but he was like your mentor.
He was definitely a mentor, yeah.
How amazing. So do you think that's fortunate to have a mentor or somebody behind you to kind
Absolutely.
of push you and help you?
Absolutely. And I still talk to him to this day. He still does the show, so we still chat.
And you're
back
still
and forth.
friendly and you're still and it's
very
great to
friendly
keep
with
those
him.
friends. I also understand, Crazy Jay, you're doing a comedy thing in the afternoon. What is all this about? What's going on?
Well, if you live in Vegas, you might notice that we have a huge local comedy scene. It's everywhere. There's like over 100 shows Monday through Sunday.
Really?
So it's a ton, and I wanted to kind of do something different, and so our friends at the Saddle and Spurs Saloon wanted us to kind of do the Rock and Comedy show there live once a month.
Yeah.
And I was like, how about
Fabulous guy, by the way.
Absolutely, yeah. We just had him
fabulous guy.
on not too long ago. So I said, why don't we do a stand-up comedy show on a Saturday afternoon, which is unheard of. Everybody says comedy can only be done at night.
Oh, it's dark in there anyway, so nobody knows.
And I said, well, does that mean you're only funny at night, or can you be funny during the day?
And the answer was we could be funny during the day. We'd be funny anytime. I mean,
So
you think about it.
we're doing an afternoon comedy show, and we're doing happy hour, and we
Georgina,
have
party
our
of
first
4, your
show,
table's
our
ready.
headliner is,
Georgina.
Kevin Burke from Defending the Caveman.
Oh,
So,
fabulous.
yeah, so he's going to be on, and we also have Lance Montalto featuring, and then a lot of local guys.
Absolutely. Well, I'm seeing Paul Scally tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Paul Scally, he's at Bally's tonight.
That's right.
He's at Bally's all week actually, so I'm going to pop over and I send him an email, so I'm going to come over and
Augie,
see
party
because I've
of two,
always
your
supported
tables
him.
ready? Augie?
Well, number one because he's English, number two because I absolutely love him. He's absolutely amazing.
Right.
Now, how can people get on your show? On the comedy show, where do they go?
Well, they have to send me $1,000. No, I'm just kidding.
$1,000.
They can just go to the
That's definitely a joke.
Is it?
Is it? We both tried to get the same thing, okay.
No, they can just go to rockandcomedyshow.com and submit and tell us what they are and who they are, what they do. You don't have to be a comedian. You can be in a band. You can be a solo artist. Any kind of entertainment.
Anything you want, you can be. Okay.
We've interviewed magicians. We've interviewed, name it. So.
Amazing. So anybody can be out there, even to try their stick out, whatever it is. You know, you can go out there, see what it's like, and then hopefully come back on the strip and get a job. Who knows what can happen? Yeah, who knows what can happen?
My co-host Matt Knight would say we're in the business of making you famous.
So isn't that wonderful? Crazy Jay is in the business for making you famous. On that, we're going to close out. He's been absolutely amazing. He's my good friend. So don't forget to check him out and see what he's up to and what he's doing, and maybe get involved in his comedy. We'll be back. Thank you very much. Thank you. We'll be back.